Hey there, rulers. Everyone's favorite punk is here. Gil Lapis is back with some killer support. Let's jump in. First up, we have his extension rule. Can let him tag with Giotto if you want, but doesn't have to. It's only usable with Gil. You have to have 10 cryptids, and you can't have any water or wind cards. You also prevent anyone from being able to move cards from their removed area to another zone as cost. Once per turn, you get to play a cryptid resonator from your graveyard. Whenever a cryptid J/resonator enters the field under your control, you draw a card, and at the end of the turn, you remove the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck from the game. His regalia, the Empty Vessel, gets quick cast when you're playing it as Gil, and essentially gives him a pseudo fog, making an enter effect where if no cryptids have attacked this turn yet, nothing can attack this turn, and it limits the amount of spells that you can play. Then it also has this pay 0 unchaseable ability to manipulate whether cards are face up or face down in the RFG and potentially the expelled area. On the sub-ruler side, it does a lot of the same stuff, but you also get to burn your opponent for life loss whenever you cast a spell that you don't own. And then you can copy Gil Lapis's abilities on his J-ruler side, as well as produce will to make his judgment faster and to use his abilities. Next up, we have Bloodfire Battlefield of Midgard, a 2-drop with quick cast and barrier blue-green. If you're playing as Gil, it essentially says you cannot play 1-drop or less non-resonator spells, and you also get to tap or pay red to draw a card by cycling your cryptids. On enter, you remove all non-cryptid cards in all graveyards, and then all water and wind, resonators, and additions on either side of the field from the game, and then you get a Searing Dead for free. Lastly, his Marvel Rare is Ashwin, the Calamity of Darkest Fire, 2-drop cryptid that gives all cryptid J resonators multi-strike and Bane, which would include herself, and with reunited with Gil, she gets an enter effect to remove a resonator or regalia, so get a non-chant cryptid card, like the regalia, put it into the field and shuffle the deck, and whenever you play a spell of total cost 1 or more without paying any will, so like the way you do it on Gil's J-ruler side, you make your opponent lose additional life. She can then burn the cards from your opponent's removed from game area to give herself plus 100 and Eternal as many times as she wants during a turn, which really goes crazy with the multi-strike ability. All in all, Gil is eating good with this support. It is going to be crazy to see him come back into the meta. I'm very excited about it. We'll see more Luminary stuff tomorrow. Until then though, class dismissed.